So I'm going to cover the Tiger Bend handstand push-up today. Now, if you're not quite up to doing the handstand version, I'm also going to show a push-up version, a dip version, and just some progressions to build up to the stage of doing it up into a handstand. I'm going to cover more the P-bar version today. I actually find that much easier than the floor version just because there's space for the head to go down, which creates like an anchor and allows you to move the center of mass forwards and down, which makes you much stronger and easier to catch. Anyway, let's jump in. So we're going to warm up on the floor first and just warming up the elbows. So just going from a push-up position, taking the elbows down towards the floor and back up again. And you can make this easier or harder depending on how much weight you put into the hands. So if I'm just doing a warm-up, I'll just keep all the weight into the legs first. And then slowly increase the weight. You can go up and down out of like a down dog position because you have to shift forward and back a little bit, or you can like rotate on the toes if you're doing the push-up version. Obviously we need to have quite a strong dip for this. So on the P-bars, we should be able to do normal dips up and down quite comfortably and normal push-ups. If not, it's just staying with that push-up variation while you build the strength in the handstand and in the dip. Ideally as well, we'll have an eccentric handstand push-up. So once we've got into a position where we can, we've warmed the elbows up and we can lower down the elbows and back up to the hands in like a push-up, we could do the dip version. So I'm going to lower down the bottom of the dip, take the elbows back towards the bars, and then transfer in the like center of mass so I can shift the weight between the elbow and the hand without doing too much of a jerky movement to get up and down. Ideally, this transition will be nice and slow. So getting comfortable with that. I think these are called Russian dips. So going forward and back on the dips. Once we've got that, it's then practicing the position. So obviously, ideally, we'd like a freestanding handstand. We would like a shoulder stand position or a elbow forearm stand position on the P-bars and or on the floor, depending on which variation you're going to do. Then it's working out how you transition from one to the other. So if we transition from the handstand, we're going to lower down to that forearm stand. On the floor, there's a little bit more shift that has to happen with the feet and the hips to allow you to go over top. So here's the floor version. See how I'm taking my feet over quite a bit. I'm not too comfortable keeping the body straight. It takes me a long while to warm up. But on the bars, you'll notice I can take the head below the hands, which counterbalances me and allows me to have like an anchor, weight lowered down, so the center of mass is much lower, easier to catch that position. So I'm going to go from that handstand, catch in the forearm stand, and I could just do that for repetitions and show control and learn to really catch that position. And then it's just learning from that position to transition and move the body forwards back into the hands. And then it's just a strong handstand push-up back up again. So it's doing repetitions of either of the initial ones, the push-ups, the dips, until the point where you're strong enough and show enough control in the eccentric handstand push-up that you can lower down into that forearm shoulder stand position, and then rocking back into the elbows back and forth between those two positions. And then if you do have the strength, you can push up out of that handstand push-up and doing repetitions of that. So that's a really quick recap of how some ideas on how to train it, how to break it down. If you have any particular questions, stick them in the comments below. Any particular requests for videos, then stick them down in the comments. Subscribe and thumbs up would be appreciated. Don't forget that I'm doing the handstand focus group now, so if you're interested in that, send me a message and we can chat more. I'll speak to you next time. Thanks, guys.